Hi, everybody. Today, I wanted to take a moment to show you the things that I carry with me when I go into public with service dogs. Well, service dogs in training specifically. There are other things that I leave in my car, and I talk about that in my training bag video. So I will link that below if you guys want to see that type of thing. Like, those are some of the bigger objects I keep in my car, water, stuff like that. But these are the things that I actually put in like a purse or a very small bag and carry with me when I go into wherever I'm going. If I'm going to a movie or I'm going to a restaurant or I'm going into Walmart or something like that, these are the things that I carry with me. So first of all, I don't have my treat pouch here, but the first thing I'm going to do is always grab the treats that I'm going to use for that training session. Now, if it is a new dog where we're going through a lot of treats, I might use something like Fresh Pet, and I have my treats video that I will also link below so you can see all my favorite treats. If I'm working with an advanced dog, I might just grab dog food. If I'm working with a newer dog, I'll probably put that food in my treat pouch so I have easy access to it. If it's an older, more advanced dog, then I maybe have it just in my purse so I have it if I need it, that kind of thing. So that's the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have the marker I'm planning on using, whether that be a clicker or a verbal marker. And if I need my treat pouch, I have that and whatever treats that I'm using. So that's going to be the first thing that I always make sure that I grab, because I do recommend that even with our fully trained advanced service dogs, that you always have treats on you. Now, sometimes you're going to forget and life happens. But I do think that it's important to have treats on you so that you can reinforce things periodically. So you can reinforce tasks. So if something weird comes up and you need to train through it, you have treats. I just think it's always a good idea to have some treats on you when you're working a service dog in public, even if they're fully trained. But with a newer dog, of course, I'm going to have a lot of treats. So other than that, I do keep backup treats in my bag. Now, sometimes it's just like a little sample bag if I got that somewhere. Right now, I'm just keeping like a few sticks of pepperoni in a plastic bag in there. And this is just in case I run out, in case I forget, in case I bring something the dog doesn't like that day for some reason. I just have backup treats in my bag in case I need them. I find this to be imperative with newer, like new to intermediate level service dogs out in public, is to have backup treats all the time. Now, along with treats, I always tend to keep an extra clicker in my bag. I do use a lot of clicker training in stores and in public. I really like these eye clickers. I was gonna see if I have a box clicker handy, but I don't see one. I like these ones with the little button on top. They're a lot quieter than the metal clickers, and I just think that that's more polite when we're in the store. But I do train all my dogs to use a verbal marker as well, so I always have that as a backup if I don't have a clicker, but I try to keep a clicker in my bag at all times as well. Now, along with that, I always keep a poop bag of some type in my bag because you just never know when you're going to need that. Although, in all honesty, I also have one shoved in my dog's vests as well, because the vests I use just have a very slim pocket, but I always keep a poop bag in there because you just never want to find your dog without a poop bag, right? With a novice service dog especially, I keep a backup leash so that if my leash breaks, then I have one. This is like a rough wear jogging leash, so it's kind of a bungee one. This is just something I had on hand, but there are all kinds of lightweight, small leashes that pack up really small that you can easily keep in a bag just as a backup leash, just in case you need it. Now, this is something that when I'm working an advanced dog, I'm more likely to just keep in the car. I'm going to keep a backup leash in the car. But when I'm working a novice dog, I just find that it's important to just have the extra leash in my bag just on the off chance that something happens. I do like to carry a water bowl in my bag at all times. With Leo, I've been carrying this bigger one. Every other dog I've ever trained, I actually have one half this size that I carry with me into stores. Even for bigger dogs, but Leo is a super sloppy drinker. So I it just needed to be bigger. So I carry this with me because it's usually pretty easy to find water when you're out and about. There are drinking fountains, or you can buy a bottle of water, or, like any restaurant's happy to give you water. But I do think etiquette wise, it's better to have your own thing for them to drink out of as opposed to request a restaurant provide you with something. Obviously, like a disposable cup, like if I should go through the McDonald's drive through and say, hey, can I get a cup of water? That's different, but it's harder for them to drink out of also. So I think it's important to have a bowl. I do keep a real one in my car, but I like to have the fold up one with me, especially if I'm going to be, in public for a long period of time, more than like half an hour. Along with that, there are a couple other things that I carry with me. So especially with a new service dog in training, I like to have a bully stick in my bag. Now you have to listen carefully. You have to test these ahead of time because some brands smell very, very bad when your dog starts to chew them. And those are not appropriate for use in public. Okay. So you have to trust these you have to test them, ahead of time and know that it is a low odor variety so that when your dog chews it, the whole room you're in doesn't start to smell. Okay. Really important. Now, I don't personally use things to chew on as a training tool to teach a dog to settle in public or to teach a dog something like that. But I do like to have one when I have novice dogs in case I find myself stuck somewhere and my dog is really, really struggling to settle. It is just kind of one of those what if something happens items that I carry with me as a backup. I have only ever had to pull these out like twice in my whole career, but when I have, it's been really, 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 really nice to have. I use bully sticks because you can find low odor ones and they aren't very loud when your dog chews them. So something like, I just have this sitting here, like something like this is going to be loud when, like if Leo were chewing this, is going to be very loud. Plus this is heavy for me to carry around. This is small. It slips right into my bag really easy. This is low odor. I can't remember the brand, unfortunately. But there are lots of different brands. If anybody knows of a low odor brand, put them in the comments below, or any brands you know are not low odor, put those in the comments below as well. But they're lightweight, they're inexpensive. Well, they're not super inexpensive, but they're not expensive to just buy one and have it handy in case you need it. And they tend to be high enough value that most dogs will just settle down and eat this. Some dogs, I do carry a little portable mat with me, like a camping towel or a camping mat that gets really, really tiny and I can put in my bag. Not always, that's just going to depend on the dog that I'm training. And then the last two things that I carry are hand sanitizer, which I don't have on me, even though it's still COVID right now, because that's in my car. But I like to have hand sanitizer and some type of wet wipes. Now, usually I go with a travel variety. I pulled these out of my car for the video, but I keep a small travel pack in my bag so that I can bring hand sanitizer and wet wipes with me into the restaurant or into the mall or wherever I'm going, because I don't know about you guys, but like depending on what you're training with and your dog, your hands can get pretty grimy giving out treats. And so I like to know that at the very least, I can wet wipe my hands, hand sanitize, and then wet wipe again, and know that my hands are like a safe level of clean, I think. They also double as like, if you get the not like ones that are safe for your dogs, like these are just water wipes. Like I think they're supposed to be really gentle and there's like nothing in them. Like I think they're literally just water, but I'd have to double. Yeah, 99% water, 99.9% water. So this is something that could double to wipe off my dog's feet if I needed to, but be very careful about the brand you choose for that because your dogs are could lick their feet. So I could double for that. I could double to clean something up if I needed to. So they're just kind of a nice. I like to have them when I'm in public. So, but I do use like a portable or like a travel size instead of carrying this whole big one with me. So those are the things that I carry with me. Now, as you'll see, most of them really are just like, yeah, the water bowl I might use regularly, even with an advanced dog. The poop bag you should always have, because like I said, you never want to catch yourself without that. I like to have backup treats, even with an advanced dog, just in case I need them. But, some of these things, the backup leash, probably less important with an advanced dog. Bully stick, less important with advanced. So it depends on the dog that you're working with as well. But these are the things that I like to carry with me in public, especially with like an intermediate, novice to intermediate level dog, so that I have them on the very off chance that I need them. So if there's anything that you carry in public that I didn't mention here, go ahead and put that in the comments below. And if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video anywhere that you think other owner trainers might find it helpful. See you guys later.